Rachelle Adkins, and I will be doing my project on the science of reading. What is the science of reading? This is one of the topics that I will be going over today, as well as how does science and the brain go hand in hand with efficient readers? What components and strategies work together to become an effective reader? What is the science of reading? The science of reading is a learning path. It is a group of courses related to a specific subject area or a particular initiative. It connects principles from neuroscience about how the brain learns to read with instructional classroom practices. It is put in place to help them a better instructor. It also helps the students to be able to read fluently and effectively. The simple view of reading. The simple view of reading was developed by Go and Tunmer in 1986. It is a research-supported representation of how reading comprehension develops. Reading comprehension becomes successful if the student has word recognition skills and language comprehension abilities. If a student doesn't have these two main components, their reading comprehension will reflect poorly. This is a picture of what components that Go and Tunmer felt like went together to become an effective reader, which is language comprehension and word recognition. Language comprehension has bullet points such as background knowledge, vocabulary, language structure, verbal reasoning, and literacy knowledge. And word recognition have elements of phonological awareness, decoding, sight recognition, and they all work together to have skill reading to make sure that the students are fluent in what they're reading. All of these components are needed for a student to become a effective reader. Scarborough's reading rope. It was created by Hollis Scarborough. She was known as a senior scientist at Haskins Laboratories as a leading researcher of early language development and its connection to later literacy. Her reading rope, excuse me, consists upper is language comprehension and lower is word recognition. These are the strands that Scarborough felt like made a student become an effective reader, which is the same thing as Tunmer's and Goss, which is language comprehension. And their elements are background knowledge, vocabulary, language structures, and literacy knowledge, which is background knowledge is facts and concepts, vocabulary is breadth, precision, and links, language structure is syntax and semantics, verbal reasoning is inference and metaphors, and literacy knowledge are print concepts and genres. Word recognition, which is the lower level, is phonological awareness, which is your things such as syllables and phonemes and other things, and decoding, which is alphabetic principles, recognition, which is sight recognition of familiar words. And she believed that all of these strands are woven together to make a skilled reader. The four-part processor. It was originally proposed by Seidenberg and McClellan in 1989. It is the four areas of the brain that supports reading. The first area is the context context processor. Its main function is to interact with and provide for meaning processor, and it helps catch decoding errors. Meaning processor, it interprets meaning of words, also called the semantic processor, and it stores known words and organizes the mental dictionary. Phonological processor, it helps us to be able to perceive, remember, interpret, and produce the speech sound system. It also compares. Alright, so I apologize. It also compares and distinguishes words that sound similar. The orthographic processor receives visual input from printed words, and it also understands every part of sentence structure and word building. Erie's model. It was created by Linnea Erie. She believed we have four phases of development. The first stage of development is alphabetic stage, any alphabetic knowledge. And then we have partial alphabetic stage, which is easier to learn words similar to its pronunciation. We have full alphabetic stage, which is readers are now able to form alphabetic connections and they get more accuracy in their word recognition. And then we have consolidated alphabetic stage, which is the final phase, and it reduces the memory load. Phonological awareness. Phonological awareness is the ability to notice the sound structure of spoken words. It is very important for skilled reader. It includes phoneme blending and segmentation, and it is needed for efficient sight word learning. Phonics. Phonics is a system used for reading that focuses on how to use letters and sounds correctly together. We use phonics because guessing words from context is less efficient as phonetic decoding. Phonics. The teaching has to transition syllables. Skilled readers can identify unfamiliar words. Fluency. Fluency is the ability to read a text quickly, accurately, and with correct expression. It is important so you can focus more on comprehending what you are reading. Excuse me. It is determined by the size of your sight vocabulary, and it is the bridge between decoding words and understanding what has been read. Vocabulary. Vocabulary is knowing the meaning of a word. It is important because it makes comprehension possible. It connects the meaning to spelling patterns, and it is the glue that holds stories, and content together. And now we have code emphasis versus meaning emphasis. Code emphasis. It requires students to learn a specific code or set of letters and words. They are decoding strategies to learn to read. The programs for this is highly structured, and the programs for code emphasis is highly structured. Meaning emphasis encourages the use of whole word reading. It does not systematically teach phonics and emphasizes word meaning. Code emphasis, the need Code emphasis, it emphasizes the need for phonemic awareness. Orthographic mapping. It is the process of forming letter sound connections in order to combine and recall the spelling, pronunciation, and meaning of words. It may it makes a person have the ability to sight read. It is where a child connects the spelling of words to the pronunciation of words in memory. Conclusion. I hope this presentation provided you an in-depth information on the science of reading. I believe that the science of reading is a path that every student needs to follow in order to have proven reading skills. These are my resources that I use, my references that I used for my project. And thank you for sharing this time with me. Have a great day.